Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha. And today I'm having steak, brown rice, and broccoli. Breakfast of champions. All right, let's talk a little bit about people who want to get into coaching, particularly strength coaching, whatever, even if they want to call it personal training. This is something I tell people, something I tell some of my clients who want to get into this, and people don't like to hear this, but it's the truth. It is the truth. You need, in my opinion, at least 2 years of experience before it's actually right to charge anyone a single dollar for coaching. I don't care what credentials you have. And this is something I always make clear to people. You're going to have to build a coaching business. Anyone who says, hey, I want to do this. And I get people who come to me too, hey, you seem to be doing well with your coaching. How do I get to where you are? And I'm like, I've put in years and years and years of work. And I think people forget I did a lot of free coaching. Or they're completely unaware of that fact, aren't they? Nikola Ella, who some of you guys know out there, he posts, I think, like Croton79 occasionally in my comments. I helped him get to a 500 squat originally. Just free advice. A decade ago. He's gone on to squat 550 since. Guy's one of the most jack natties I've ever met. I'm charging for that. And I've helped other guys get to a 500 squat for free. Even when I lived in the UK, I used to have one of the little box gyms I used to go to a couple times a week. There was one of them right by my place that I didn't always necessarily go to. Some of the rugby players realized I was going there. And I was actually YouTubing already at that point. And I started teaching like 8 rugby players how to squat and deadlift once a week. Came in, helped them set up their programming, taught them how to squat, taught them how to deadlift, wrote some basic programs for them, came in once a week for months, and taught all these guys how to perform these lifts and correct their deadlifts and correct their squats and get better at them. Free. I've coached individuals for free for long periods of time. Just coached them. Friends, family, occasionally people from the internet. I've coached for free. I have coached for free off and on for decades before I started charging money for it. So when people say things like, well, I want to start making money right off the bat, and it's like, well, you don't have the experience. It's actually, let me put it this way. If you're your first year of experience coaching someone, I don't care what credentials you think you have. You went and got a master's in exercise science. You have a CSCS. Well, none of that means anything. I hate to tell you that. I mean, there's some useful stuff, obviously, in getting your master's degree in your undergrad. You learn a lot of things. You'll learn about the human body. It doesn't teach you how to train people in the weight room. There is nothing in there that is going to teach you how to be a coach, or to teach you how to program correctly, or teach people how to perform exercises correctly, or to perform movements. You have no experience. Now, a lot of times for people who are going through those programs, you'll get internships, which is good, but you're not getting paid for that. They're unpaid internships. Become athletic trainers and things at the university. You're building experience because you need that. You're not a professional. You are not a professional. And the same thing with some of the guys out here who, they've got some stuff they've built up decent. They've got themselves to a 400 squat, a 300 bench. And, they think they're ready to train people. You're ready to start training novices, but you're not ready to charge people. In fact, you're ripping people off. You are conning them at that point. So here's what I recommend that people do. Start coaching people. Start coaching novices for free. And I had one of my clients as a kid, he's like, but I need to have money in the meantime. I'm like, go work a normal job. Work a normal 9 to 5 while you build your coaching business. Every coach I know does this. I know lots of coaches. I've had people pay me for consultations to help with their own training, and they run a coaching business on the side. It's a side hustle. It's their side gig. They're building it up, and it's going to take years for you guys to build that. It's going to take years. Like I would say, even for me with my YouTube outreach, when I started officially, because I was already coaching a few people for money, when I opened up slots to the public, I got 5 people who came in, and immediately within 2 days I had 5 clients on. But it wasn't making much money. 5 clients, 6 clients, that's not real money. It probably took 6 months, even with my outreach and experience, before that turned into a seriously profitable business. Now at the 1-year mark, it was making really good money already. But it took 6 months before I was making more than about $1,200 a month. That's a side hustle, guys. It's a side hustle. And for most of you, it will be, and it's going to be for years. You will have to build that business up. And that's part of the process. It's just like training. There's a process to learning to train. Learning to coach is a process. You are going to need to coach a bunch of people. And that's what I tell you. Train every novice who will listen. Offer free coaching. Coach people in person, coach people online. Figure out how to make it work online. Use the technology to the best of your advantage. That's what I do with mine. Innovate. Learn how to coach online. Learn how to coach in person. You got a home gym? Talk to some of the local novices, people you know who want to get into shape, friends, family, whoever. Start teaching them the barbell lifts. Put them on some basic programming. Train them for free, because you have no business charging if you don't have experience. And that will build your knowledge base. When you're doing it free, look, you're going to get a lot more friends and family and even interested people. If you're reasonably strong, reasonably jacked, seem to know what you're talking about, there'll be a lot of people who will take free coaching. Even you can do it as charity, really. Sometimes you'll have broke kids, broke college students who can't afford a coach. We'll start coaching them. Coach them for free, teach them. You will build a knowledge base. You get in and you start coaching 5 to 10 people for free. Friends, family, housewives, college students, whoever. Teach them novice programming. Teach them the basic lifts. They'll have different training responses. They'll have different bodies, different biomechanics. After a couple years of that, you'll be ready to launch your business. You will now have enough knowledge that you can start really coaching. And that's what I would recommend that you do. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.